sure this is going through, and hopefully I don't have any audio issues. All right, cool. Let me put this up. What do I want to do? I'll stick with this one. And I will throw this up here. All right. What's going on? What's happening? How's everybody doing? It's your man, Tony D, aka the RandomMultiBroadCaster. Just having a random rant for right now. There's quite a few things going on in this world. No, I don't have any music tonight. This government shutdown has affected a lot of people. Truly is. To our politicians in Congress, to the president, we need you to know we can't afford to go through this much longer. We as in the working class, we as in the American people, we as the constituents. Talking to a lot of people who are working for free. We can't do that. Most people are check to check. We're about to be on our second week, which means this is about to affect one paycheck from everybody's household. That's not good, especially for families. Damn sure not for single parents. Rehab was good. Appreciate you coming through, man. Put the word out. I'm watching a lot of what's going on. The biggest thing that I've seen has been the healthcare issue. One, Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act. Two, healthcare for, I don't want to say illegals, people seeking asylum who do not have their citizenship yet. I have to admit, I thought it only took 2 years to get your citizenship. I heard it takes 10. To me, that answers the question of why we have so many illegals. And yes, it does take a while for you to gain your citizenship, but I didn't know it took that long. We've got a bigger issue going on than we realize. And I'll say that to a lot of us who do try to stay up on current events, who aren't privy to any and every ounce of information that's available. I'm not necessarily against healthcare for the people seeking asylum because, and you know what, the hell with it. I'm going to say this. There's people seeking asylum running away from violent living conditions where they were. I'm against sending them back, personally. Why would I say that? Anybody who lives in a bad condition wants to move to a better one, and most Americans leave a bad condition to move to a better one if they're able to, and will do so and don't leave. Why the hell would you be mad at somebody else doing that? It's just that simple. If you're catching the criminals, I get it. You're trying to catch the people who are on the run from the law, I get it. The ones who are not, or who don't fit that category that we are sending back, is a problem. I'm not the only one saying that. I'm seeing that on the news. Y'all are snatching kids out of hospital beds and schools. Cribs. Yeah. I understand that we have had illegals. Sorry. Citizens from other countries seeking asylum who came over here, had children while they were waiting on their citizenship. And since the child was a citizen, we let the parents stay. You wanted to send some of them back because some of them had underlying records, criminal activities. Yeah, but damn. I'm not in favor of being that heartless, personally. That's just me. The federal deficit, last I've heard, was 38 trillion, I think it was, which is down from the 50 to 55 trillion I remember hearing back in 2012. Somebody check those numbers. I know somebody's going to tell me I'm wrong. First of all, go get the damn numbers and find yourself. Second of all, talk to somebody who's running the numbers instead of what you find on Google Chat GPT or Gemini, Siri, Alexa, Houdini, Beethoven, whatever damn voice you got. If healthcare is taking up that much of the deficit, okay. If it's not, where's the rest of that money going? Why isn't that being resolved instead of everything else that we're nitpicking? I actually saw a video. It might have been AI. So I really don't want to say it, but I will. I saw a video on TikTok. Neil deGrasse Tyson was talking about how much the deficit was, how what they're talking about cutting back on and stopping is less than 5% of the deficit. So the question is, where's the rest of the deficit coming from, and why aren't we tackling those issues? I tend to agree. National defense, I'm not going to question. As somebody who was former military, I'm not going to question that, number one. Number two, as somebody who hears people, and I do mean I hear people, when something goes on, the first thing out of everybody's mouth is, what is the government going to do about it? The government can't do nothing until they got the money. And if we're in deficit, where are we getting the money from? Let's think, ladies and gentlemen. Let us think. Yeah, it's just me. I'm going to do this. A lot of people may be tired of me talking about COVID. Sorry. Actually, I'm not. There is a new strain coming out. I think it's called Stratus, was the latest strain that I saw. The symptoms are common. They're not as severe as Delta and Omicron were, based on a lot of what I've been reading and watching. Apparently, the symptoms are increasing. I was just reading an article about it 20 minutes ago. You all may want to look into that Stratus variant. That is the latest variant that I have seen. You also may want to look into the Listeria outbreak that we've had. Those of you who are on my social media platforms, my Twitter, LinkedIn, some of you who are on my Facebook, that's my link tree, Tony D. That Original. Check me on those platforms, please. I try to keep some of the current events that I read on there. That may not be on the news, because I do watch the news a lot. I flip all the news channels: CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, and News Nation. I watch all four of them, and I go online and see what's up there now. I'm always checking all the different sources, all the different information. Saving those links will drive you nuts. I'm not going to do it. I try to post what I can. The homeless situation in the United States is growing. I want to tell any and everybody out there, if you got a job, you might want to keep it. Just because you can find another job doesn't mean you'll be able to afford to live like you need to. I'm not even going to say want, I say need to. 10 years ago, we used to rally for minimum wage to get to $15, $17 an hour. It got to a point in a lot of states, but it's still not enough. Hell, even I need to stop spending so much, and I don't. I really try not to live beyond my means, which was not traveling. Go to work, come home, eat. That's all I would do. Emergencies make things expensive. Your car breaks down. You got to go to the hospital. Something happens with children. Something goes on with where you're living. That's where a lot of poverty, financial detriment, if you will, comes into play. Police, actually, the National Guard going to these cities to increase law enforcement. I'm not necessarily against it, because I've heard of a couple of cities that needed them over the past decade, Chicago being one. I used to listen to the Stephen A. Smith show when he was on Sirius XM. He was on ESPN radio. Shout out to Stephen A., by the way. Big ups to you on what you're doing. Congratulations on the deal you made recently. And congratulations on your show. I'm loving what I'm seeing. He would talk to people. He would talk about the news. He would talk to people from those cities, and they were in Chicago. People would call from Chicago and say, yes, we do need a National Guard to come help because the police aren't cutting it. Not that they weren't doing their job. They were outnumbered. We all know the police is outnumbered in every city. Find me a city where the police isn't outnumbered. Comment on this. We are currently on Facebook, YouTube, X/Twitter, Twitch, LinkedIn, and Rumble. If you know of a city where the police are not outnumbered by the people, tell me, please, because I don't. And I've been to a lot of cities in my life. Good luck finding a city that hasn't been accused of having a corrupt police department as well. So, to the people in these cities where it's happening, we either need to decrease the crime or we can't say nothing about what's going on because this has been a public outcry. It has. As I've seen recently, it's been Chicago, Portland, Memphis, DC. I heard they're going to Baltimore. The mayors and the governors are fighting it, calling it unconstitutional, protesting against it. I'm not mad at you. Please do. Please do. If your crime is decreased, good. Streets are still not safe to a lot of people because a lot of crimes aren't called in. A lot of crimes can't be caught fast enough. A lot of criminals can't be caught after they commit the crime. I don't know what to say based on what I've heard and seen over the past decade. And I will say seen because I've been to more than one city in the past decade. New York, Virginia, Maryland, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Florida, Georgia, Alabama. Nevada, South Carolina, Maryland. Not saying all these cities have issues, but I've been to that many states over the past 10 years. What else is going on? What else is going on? Let me flip my news areas and topics. Rest in peace to Bernie Mac. His birthday was the 5th. One of the best comedians out there. That's straight up. He was. I don't care what nobody says. Bernie was funny as hell. That's right. Deadly mosquito-borne virus sparks a CDC travel alert. This is on October 1st. All About the Joy. How you doing, lady? Thank you for coming through. Ladies and gentlemen, check out All About the Joy. Carmen Lazeth Suarez. Carmen Suarez. All About the Joy. Hit all that mess. She multi-streams as well. Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch. I think that's it. You're going to tell me the rest of the channel. That's enough, damn it. All About the Joy. Y'all check her out. Deadly mosquito-borne virus, if it'll open up, because now it doesn't want to. I talked about it not too long ago. It is called chikungunya. CHIKUNGUNYA. Look into that. Previous outbreaks of the virus have occurred in Africa, the Americas, Asia, Europe, and the islands in the ocean, in the Pacific and Indian Oceans. Damn. Yeah, y'all might want to look into that. What's the topic? I'm just doing a random rant. It's just me talking. Look at you trying to type all the time. And I'm sure everything you did. What's the topic? It's Carmen. Oops. Yes, I'm picking on you. That was hilarious. Bell Kings Fantasy Football League. That is my broadcast Sunday mornings, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard, Eastern Daylight Time during the regular football season. I actually did last week on a Friday evening because I had plans for the weekend. Definitely look for Bell Kings Fantasy Football League. That is my broadcast. Shout out to my co-host Brian, my man Fireman Rich from the Morning Coffee. There go Carmen. There you go, lady. Keep it going. Show me that they're working. Shout out to my man Michael Bathurst. Shout out to my man Ted. Shout out to JoJo. Shout out to my man Sunday Night Smoke. Shout out to everybody out there. Go Carmen, go. Go Carmen, go. What else is happening out there? Yes. September 25th. Nas, the rapper, for those who don't know hip hop, secured a $5 billion partnership with Resorts World New York City to build a casino in Queens. Hello. Shout out to Nas. Shout out to putting up a casino. Shout out to that multi-billion-dollar deal. My brother. That's what I'm talking about. I've got an issue with Restream and TikTok. I tend to multi-stream with Restream to TikTok to increase the audience of my broadcasts. One of the reasons I went to TikTok was to increase the audience of my broadcast, even when I would broadcast with other people. I also have people who want me to broadcast over there doing what I do. You can't necessarily broadcast on your computer to TikTok unless you have a specific type of computer. Restream is not connected to TikTok unless you're gaming now. That is a new rule that came through. It will, Carmen. LinkedIn's been active. Remember I used to tell you that a few months ago. LinkedIn acts up every now and then. I'm not sure why. I don't know what it is, but it's all good. I appreciate your effort, lady. Don't even worry about it. I see where it says you reacted to my post. And for those who don't know, for those of us that multi-stream, I will jump onto all of your platforms just to let you know that it is working and that it is out there. She's actually doing the same thing, working with me. It's called teamwork. I'm rubbing off on her. Yeah, I'm picking. I'm picking. And for some reason, Facebook wants to act up with Restream. I'm not sure what's going on with that either. I got to pull Facebook up on the side because they used to have it on public. I'm not sure what happened with that. I know what I did before, but I don't know why I switched back. With TikTok, using Restream and multi-stream to TikTok, you have to have 50% of your broadcast as gaming. I don't game like that. So I may miss having broadcasts over to TikTok. I'm actually going to, when I finish this, I'm going to share this over there. And I hope TikTok sees this. I want them to work something out with Restream. There are those of us who multi-stream. We include TikTok on our platforms. It helps with content because a lot of mess over there is ridiculous. So they need some real people doing some real things, quite frankly. And I'm in favor of multi-streaming. I've never stopped multi-streaming since I learned about it back in 2021. I'm a huge advocate for it. I'm all about it, especially when you're trying to be informative over trivial and trifling like a bunch of you are doing on the internet. Trivial and trifling. Yeah, I'm talking about all of y'all. To hell with it. I've been watching this mess for 4 years. Pretty hard when it comes to broadcasting. Some of us want to be serious. Some of us want to be real. We want the numbers, but what we're not going to do is compromise ourselves entirely. And some of you all like setting people up during the broadcast to embarrass them for your content. No. Let me keep it clean because I got my LinkedIn on. Let me keep this one clean. What else? Food issues that I've had. I haven't talked about this in a minute, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. Anybody who works at Doritos, I got a question. Frito-Lay, Doritos, whoever. What are y'all? Somebody get in touch with them folks because I got a question. You all have a flavor of your chips that I am having a hard time finding. Like I haven't seen it in 2 years. And it was about 2 to 3 years before it popped up 2 to 3 years ago. Yes, it's been that long. Let me find a pic because nobody believes that they exist until I put the picture up there. And I want them back. If something's wrong, fine. If there was an issue with creating it, that's fine. If they weren't supposed to be out there and there was something wrong with the ingredients, shout out to RFK Jr., I'm not mad at you. Fine. But I like those chips. I want them back. And if I don't need to worry about it, let me know. I'm trying to find a picture. I took a picture on purpose because I was showing people. People used to tell me it doesn't exist until I found them. I had people looking in different cities and different states trying to see if they could find it. They can't find them either. But when I showed them, they said, oh, they do exist. I said, yes, they do. Let me see if I can. There we go. Good. Dear Doritos, dear Frito-Lay, where are these? I need them back. Dear Doritos, dear Frito-Lay, I need these chips back. These are phenomenal. Ladies and gentlemen, if you live somewhere in your supermarket and you haven't looked on it, look these up. Carmen, you won't see me on TikTok. TikTok won't allow me to connect. I was just talking about that, but I appreciate it. Thank you, though. Dear Frito-Lay, dear Doritos, I need these chips back. Thank you very much. To Triscuits and to Wheat Thins. I think it was 2019, 2020. You had a flavor called sea salt and cracked pepper. Why can't we find that anymore? I hope this gets out. Somebody please get the word to them. I request a response, not a demand, request. Those were snack favorites of mine that stopped me from overspending, that helped. Cape Cod chips made a sea salt and cracked pepper chips. They have popped back up. They popped back up about a month or two ago. I did grab them, so I could find them, but the ones that you talked about, I can't. What else is going on? Yeah, I'll end it with this. Now we become controversial. There is a set of documents people are looking for to come out, to be released, for the information to go public so we can do something about it as a people that is being denied access and blocked from giving to those requested. And y'all know what I'm talking about. If you don't see something bigger than what we know happening, you're blind. I do stand with the rest of the people who say release the files. The situation needs to be ended. I don't know anybody globally who does not want those files to be released. They had a big rally in DC last month or the month before. Previous victims speaking on it. The DOJ says she had the files, but she hadn't looked at them. Now she says she doesn't have them. It's a big old mess. People have said that there are efforts to remove names. Yeah, I went there. Like I said, random rant. Out of a lot of the outcries that the president is putting forth and putting into play that I know of, that I do see, this one is being blocked. I'm not even saying that he's doing it. There's people blocking him before it even gets to his level, but he does know about it because he spoke at the press conferences. They're asking him blatantly. He seems to be avoiding it. Quite frankly, every time that topic comes up, another issue happens that takes over the news. Come on, folks. One of the biggest issues on the planet, most people want to stop. And nobody wants to be a victim of. And what we're seeing doesn't look good, quite frankly. That's my random rant for the day. Bump it. Carmen, I appreciate you coming through. Rehab, I appreciate you coming through. Shout out to everybody who follows me, checks out my broadcast, watches the replays, comments to let me know that they've been there, that I've ever live streamed with over the past 4 years. It's been 4 years I've been doing this. I have thoroughly enjoyed myself. I don't look forward to doing broadcasts by myself. I look forward to broadcasts with each and every last one of you. But I also understand I got to let people be. As much as they want me to do my own thing, I got to stop trying to work with everybody so much. We all got different schedules. We all got different lives. And a lot of us have done enough to do something else. I hate saying that, but it's a fact. My house community is entirely dispersed. It's done. Too many divisions, too many issues, too much pettiness. I hate it. I've been fighting it for the past 3 years now. I'm going to do what I can to be me. I would try to have one if I had a regular schedule. But thank you. You did exactly what I asked you to do, like I do what you asked me to do. Be there, be ready, but you turned your notifications on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And in your words, Carmen, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Just for paying the attention that I asked you to pay and making the effort that I asked you to make. Thank you oh so much. In your face. Shout out to Carmen. Shout out to Rick Costa, who's about to hit 10 years straight of not missing a day of broadcasting. I was listening to him the other day. Check out my man, Rick Costa. Ladies and gentlemen, he's on all platforms. Rick Costa. Check him out. Religious, believes in God. I'm not going to knock him. I'm not going to knock him. Him and I never had an issue the whole time we've known him. Ever. Big ups to him. I'm going to get ready to go to bed. Actually, yeah, I'm going to get rest 10:15. I ain't staying up tonight. I got to go to work tomorrow. 3-day weekend coming up. I need everybody to be safe. Be careful. I may be back up one night this week. I do plan on doing a music broadcast. I do want to do a football recap of the past week. I wanted to do it earlier than now, but people are busy. Plus, I put the notification out late. That's my fault. So I'm going to drop this down, share this out. You all will see me again. I thank everybody for being here once again. Excuse me. Linktree, Tony D. That Original. Please follow me on my YouTube, my Rumble, my Mixcloud, my X/Twitter, my Twitch. Trying to get those channels up. Trying to get those numbers up. I want to work on Instagram because apparently you can't even go live on Instagram without 1,000 followers now. I don't know. Maybe it's because I changed it to public. Okay, I get it. But damn. Because I would throw this over there too, but I can't. I'll figure something out. And if it works, you'll see it over there. Appreciate everybody for coming through. Take care of yourselves. Be careful with your employment. Try your best to look out for each other. And also understand when people can't look out for you the way you need them to because they're going through struggle themselves. If I haven't learned anything from the people that help me, they can only do so much without costing themselves, which means we all have to take care of ourselves in order to help each other. Talk to you all soon. Peace.